The Joe Rogan Experience.
What did Putin just do?
Yeah.
Putin just killed the journalist and was like, what are you guys going to do? And we're like, those subways are real nice.
What was that guy's name? Navalny?
Yeah, I always fuck it up. I've only read it.
That guy seemed to be not like the sweetest of dudes either, right?
Everyone's dirty. Everyone's a human being. That's the whole point. Is like, there's danger on.
Was he a
spoke
nationalist?
Out. I think he just spoke out against Putin. The crazy one that I'm still obsessed with is the dude that tried to overthrow Putin. Do you remember that? When they were moving in with an army? And then
let's get to this guy first.
Alexei.
A Russian,
Alexei.
Navalny was a Russian opposition leader, lawyer, anti-corruption activist, and political prisoner. He organized anti-government demonstrations and ran for office to advocate reforms against corruption in Russia and against President Vladimir Putin and his government. So what was the controversy about him, though, his views?
He's against Putin.
No, but there were some other ones. There were some other ones like...
He's a Cosby believer.
You
find out, you're like, he's like, I think Bill Cosby got a bad rep.
He had some questionable things that I was reading.
But the other dude, like, led an army, and they were like, hey, he's marching on Moscow. And then he went, just kidding, no, I'm not. And then a month later, they're like, his plane crashed. And you're like, why were you getting in a plane? You went against Putin and you're going to fly around in Russia?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. How is no one around him going like, you can't John Madden this? You can't take a bus? We can protect the bus.
Imagine thinking that Putin wouldn't kill you when you pulled up to Moscow.
In a tank. He like showed up in a tank.
Just before he died.
Okay.
Amnesty.org. Just like who he was.
Who he was.
Or, I mean, I don't know what.
So he's basically an anti-Putin activist.
Yeah, he's poisoned by
Russian opposition figure, anti-corruption activist, was unlawfully detained, has now been in prison for 11 years and 6 months. He's still in prison and suffers continual ill treatment, including constant surveillance and psychological pressure. He must be freed immediately and unconditionally. So he died in prison.
Yeah.
And what was the controversy about him? Someone was saying something about his nationalist views. It could be. Just see if you can find something. Someone was saying terrible things about him.
But I mean, that guy dies.
But you always wonder, like, that is something that they would do.
Yeah.
You know, they'd say, "Oh."
Do you remember when he got that guy Litvinenko with the in England with the sushi?
Yeah.
Where they just reached down and were like, "You're dead." Plutonium. Yeah. They put plutonium in the guy's sushi, and there was like he was like a rogue KGB agent, and they were like, "We'll see." But dude, you think they're bad? What do you think we do?
Yeah, we do that too.
What do you think we do? We do shit that we're like, the CIA's been cooking up stuff that like even Russians go like, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah. Like, do you ever think they like wink at each other? Like, you're fucking nuts. And he's like, it's like, yeah, we fucking did this whole thing. We flew planes into our towers. And they're like, you guys don't give a fuck. Like if there's an open conversation about it, where they just fuck around.
Not a Western liberal Democrat. Yet there's a darker side to him, some say.
That's such a fucking... They're pushing that out there to be like, hey...
His controversial views on Muslims in the Caucasus, Georgians, and Central Asian migrants in Russia. Immigrants from Central Asia bring in drugs to Russia, Navalny said in an interview with 2012, defending what he described as a realist visa requirement for wonderful people from Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. While he was reflected upon some of these past remarks, they frequently resurface, causing some to question if Navalny is what many in the Western world think he is. Navalny's controversial statements stem from his political origins in the nationalist movement, according to McGinn.
There will be a feel-good A24 movie about this guy in 2 years.
He used to attend the Russian March, a very far-right nationalist group generally behind the slogan, Russia for ethnic Russians. Anybody who expects Navalny to be an ideal Western liberal Democrat has been mistaken, she tells Euronews. His ultra-nationalistic sentiment was prominent in a video dating back some 17 years filled with xenophobic comments.
Do you think this is like his getting, like when they bring up old clips of comics on podcasts, like he was like, oh, that was 12 years ago. I was crazy.
So this is what he was saying. He said, everything in our way should be carefully but decisively removed through deportation. Navalny said in a video dressed as a dentist, comparing immigrants to dental cavities.
He was dressed up. He was doing costume work. He like has his hands like this. He's like, I know we're having fun here, but really, we've got to get rid of immigrants.
Maybe it was a sketch.
Yeah, he's just doing an SNL sketch. He's like, live from Moscow,
I mean,
it's
for real.
political prisoner.
Maybe someone said, you know, Navalny, the best way to get this information out is humor.
Everyone,
I want you to be over the top against the immigrants. Over the top. Like they're fucking cavities.
Pull out.
And I'm the dentist.
Yeah.
Navalny take care of cavities for you.
They go, we'll call it laughing gas. And it's all sketches done like a
And they just
dentist.
tricked this dude into doing this.
They really did a movie already?
I already made a documentary about him 2 years ago.
Oh, they had it.
And what does the documentary say?
I have no idea.
Does it say, is it all a pro thing?
CNN, HBO.
Yeah,
The
HBO
Putin
and
thing?
CNN.
Yeah, see, anybody that's in opposition to Putin has to be good. You know, it's the enemy of our enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
But the other guy,
controversial take.
this guy was just gossiping. This guy's like, did you hear what Putin did? And then the other guy was like, I got tanks, bro.
Yeah.
We're fucking pulling up to Moscow.
Yeah, and he
They
thought
were-
he was going to be okay.
Thought he was fine. And by the way, it was in the news a lot, and then it was completely gone, which are like,
Of course he did it. Like everybody knows he did
they
it.
just sucked the air out of the room.
But
like,
he's always
dead.
Putin's always like, "What are you guys doing?
Yeah, that's my
Why
favorite.
are you always going after me? What are you
Oliver-
guys doing?
in the
we
Oliver
haven't
Stone-
invaded anybody
Oliver Stone interview and
up until this.
the Tucker interview,
Yeah.
he really loves to be like, well, you guys aren't so great. You know when you
Yeah.
fight with your girl and she like
Right.
like she'll bring up something you did and you
Yeah.
get defensive, so you just go like, yeah, but what's up with you fucking you do stuff.
Totally.
You're a bitch sometimes.
fucking
God
bitch.
damn it, I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's true. But he's got a point.
I mean,
Like,
dude,
we
he
do
has
a lot of
lived.
shit.
Do you remember the lady that wrote him the poem when he invaded the Ukraine?
She wrote him a poem.
This like Hollywood actress did a thing that was like, yeah, dude.
No way.
This shit is
No,
so
this
funny.
is not real. Don't tell me
Dude,
this is
shit.
real.
You never saw this?
No.
Dude, this shit is so funny. Play it from the beginning. This is the most I'm in LA
Oh
bubble.
my god, I have to see this. I have to see this, and I don't want.
President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would the stories plight the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. If I was your mother, the world would have been warm. So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the stain, the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of thought quickly taught.
This is so
You lived
self-gratuitous. But
Steve's
also,
an editor.
yeah, lady, just get to the punch.
There's too many superfluous words.
This is a world
It's
salad.
quite superfluous.
It's a word salad, lady.
It's
Get to it.
nonsense.
But by the way, do you know
I bet
that?
she's a wild one though.
Yeah, but you also know that Vladimir Putin was given up. You know, he's given up by his mother for adoption. Like,
Oh really?
he has like a horrible relationship with his mother. He was like, he was given up for adoption, and the people, and they like started training him as a young. He got into like.
As a soldier.
Yeah, he's like a super soldier. He was like built for this shit. So this woman in a condo in Santa Monica going, I would hug you and I would feel the plight of the world on my shoulders. And he goes,
I would
lady,
protect you. You would
I
be
was
dead."
left for dead.
Yeah, and you would be dead as well.
And you would not be my mother. I would kill you. Like, dude, he fucking doesn't give a shit. Putin is so scary that when he put on hockey equipment and played against the Russian team, they let him score like 6 goals. It was some Kim Jong-un shit.
100%.
They're like, oh, whoa, look at him go. He's like,
a legit black belt in judo, though.
is he? Mm-hmm. Does he?
Yeah.
He does sambo and judo. Does he
I do not know if he does sambo as well.
But that guy
But
can
he definitely
fuck shit.
does. He definitely does judo. He's a legit black belt.
Really?
Like he's an older guy, but by the way he moves and the things he does everything absolutely correct. And I'm not I'm not a judo expert.
But also,
But
you
I know how these throws look when I see judo experts do them.
But this isn't
does
this.
it.
This isn't the Steven Seagal videos where he's just doing like the.
Well, no, that's not. See, like right there, that's a beautiful hip toss. That is a beautiful hip toss. The way he did that, look at the smoothness, man. That's legit. That's legit.
Do you think
he's a legit judo black belt?
Also, though, that guy's definitely not helping at all.
No,
right?
no, Jamie.
The whole time that guy's like,
Jamie,
fuck,
this
fuck.
is how these things are trained.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But guys do resist too. But this is just an execution of technique.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he can do that. That is very, like, if I showed you how to do that, it would take you a long time before you could do it that smoothly.
Now, I'm very dumb when it comes to both judo, but also, more importantly, I'm very stupid when it comes to politics. Here's my question.
Jamie, you questioning this? Is that
No,
what you...
no, I'm not questioning it. I'm just saying, if you're the guy that's going with Putin, you're definitely going to be the best dance partner of all time.
Yeah.
Yes, but
You're going to lean
You're
into
selling.
it.
You're selling the moves.
Yeah, you're wrestling. This is
I've literally had this done to me.
kayfabe
And it's
a little.
Sort of. It's actually just drilling. But I've had this done to me by people who are good at judo, and it's shocking how easy
quick.
they can throw you around.
Yeah, because like when
And
he kicks his feet out.
all he's doing is, it seems a lot harder than it is. You're just getting the guy, you're bouncing together, you're timing the bounce, and you're sweeping him and pulling at the same time, and you just go flying.
Yeah, it's like when you were little and you would be walking in front of one of your friends and they'd kick your foot into the other one, and you go like, fuck,
You go fucking
fuck,
flying.
Fuck you. I think wars should just be our leaders versus theirs.
Oh, he would win.
That's what, but I mean, like maybe
He would
that would
fuck
also
up all of them. He'd
maybe
fuck
that
up
would,
everyone who's ever been president.
that would change the way we elect our president. Where we're like, who we got, who can we roll with?
Well, we would change. It would be UFC champions.
Yeah, it'd be
It'd
like
our
John
president.
Jones, it'd be President
Yeah.
John Jones in 2024,
Yeah.
and we'd just be dominating the world.
Yeah, we'd make Alex Pajeda an official U.S. citizen immediately.
Dude, immigration would change so fast.
Francis Ngannou,
Yeah.
U.S. citizen.
You go, I would
Yeah,
love to have
everybody.
you, sir.
Yeah, full U.S. citizenship.
To go-
Raise your right hand. We fucking love you, bro.
Brazilian population shot through the roof in the United
Yeah.
States.
If that would be, if there was one guy, it would either be John Jones or Francis Ngannou. That would
Yeah.
be the one person. I mean, we don't know until they do it, until they do the dance.
But you know what? Another country would probably be smart and they go like, hey, Francis, how about we give you everything? You're our king. You're
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And then we have the
Yeah.
best. Now we have the best military in the world. One guy military. But we
That's
still
true.
have Bones Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Can you imagine that?
Imagine that.
And then that's.
We got to get Jones on steroids. Like we got to drop the USADA right away.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, USADA's gone, and they put him in like a Weapon X program where they're like, how can we.
USADA's gone. Brock Lesnar returns.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude.
Brock Lesnar returns. He's 350 pounds at 49 years old.
Yeah, with 4%
Just
body fat.
fucking jacked.
And you just hear
just like a juggernaut.
and you hear that WWE music here. It's like, "Bana." Yeah, you just hear, that was Romans, but
everyone's getting smashed.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
trapped in a cage with a superhuman.
that's what that was like, we do that. How many lives are you saving? How many trillions of dollars are you saving? We don't need missiles and fucking,
Yeah.
We get away from the American military industrial complex and just have a badass president. And then no one talks shit about the president. You think CNN or Fox News is going to run their mouth about a guy who's like, by the way, I'm doing a press briefing. He's just doing he's like, oh yeah, huh? You thought about that? They're like, what about taxes? He goes, I think you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I think you need to do. Yeah, dude. Because Putin is like,
He's the only badass.
you see that guy, you go, he's killed people.
Well, I think Netanyahu has as well. Netanyahu was like a serious operative in the Israeli army. What was Netanyahu's military background? It's actually very impressive. When you hear about the stuff that he's done.
I mean, yeah, in Israel, everyone serves, so it's not a question of if he did or not.
Yeah, but I think he was like a special forces guy, their version of whatever the Navy SEALs are.
Also, the idea is always funny to me of running up on someone that's like trained to be a badass, and you think they're an old man, and they're
Right.
just
And they
it's
just fuck
taken.
you up.
It's the whole idea of taken. But I just watched.
Here it is. After graduating from high school in '67, Netanyahu returned to Israel to enlist in the Israeli Defense Forces. He trained as a combat soldier and served for 5 years in a special forces unit of the IDF.
Yeah, that guy's.
Yeah.
Run up on him. Run up on BB.
He'll kill you with a pencil.
Yeah, he'll. You won't even know what happened. Your arm will be broken, and you'll be like, I didn't even reach for him.
The crazy thing about this Israeli thing is before October 7th, there was thousands of people in the streets protesting against him. Thousands for like months.
Oh yeah,
because he was trying to expand the powers of government.
Yeah. Well, he's a guy where he's like, you look at people that have been through war and that kind of shit. They're just like, they're calloused to it.
If I was your mother, I would have taken you in a joyous bathing light of
I would have had you suckle on my teat until you were 12 years old.
the madre earth and spirits of the sky. I would
Just
have
adding words.
bathed you in crystals